All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our 25-minute recharge class. My name is Allison. We'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to be standing. We don't really need anything. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start. We're going to reach those arms up really, really tall. Okay, keep that core tight. I don't want you to always arch you to the back as we reach those arms up. So try and keep the core or the rib cage down, tailbone down as we reach those arms back. Okay, now from here, just go ahead and lower that right arm down, reach that left arm up, and then overstep. Big side stretch. So putting a little bit more weight into that left foot. And then we'll inhale it back up and to the other side. So lower that left arm down, right arm reaches up and over into that side stretch. And bring it back up. So now from here, we're gonna reach that right arm back, left arm's gonna reach forward as we twist. So try and keep the hips staying side by side, the knees side by side. Just open up through the back. And then inhale, bring it back up. And then exhale, go to that other side. Good, inhale, bring it back up. We'll go back to that side bend. So lowering that right arm down, left arm reaches up and over. Good, bring it back up and to the other side. Good, reach it back up and then we'll twist. So that right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Then bring it back up, switching to that other side. Then inhale, bring it back up. Let's go one more time. So bending over to that right side. Inhale it up and to that left side. Bring it back up. Now twisting. Right hand forward, left arm back, and back up to the other side. And bring it back up. And then we'll reach down, touch those toes. So finding that flat back, you can keep those hands on the shins or maybe all the way up to the knees. Take a breath here. And then slide those hands out a little bit further. Try and keep that back really flat. Finding a little bit more stretch through those hamstrings to the backs of those legs. And bring those hands back up to about the knees. Okay, so we want that back really, really flat. That chest is pulling forward, core is tight. Keeping that right hand on that right knee, bend into that knee a little bit more, and then we're gonna twist, reaching that left arm up. And then lower it down, and go to the other side, bending into that left knee, twisting, right arm reaches up. And lower it down and fold. You can just let the head hang heavy. Maybe even shake the head, yes, kind of release any stress, any tension you might be holding in the neck and the shoulders. And then come back up to standing. So again, we're gonna reach those arms up. We're gonna do that side bend over to that right side. Inhale it up and over to that left side. Inhale, reach it up. We'll twist right hand forward, left arm back. Inhale it back up and to the other side. Inhale it back up and fold. Flatten out that back, bending into that left knee, or bending into that right knee, I mean, twisting, reaching that left arm up. And down to the other side. And down. Let that head hang heavy for just a moment. And then go ahead and come on up. Okay, we're gonna step those feet out a little bit wider. Okay, we're gonna bring those arms out to a T. Okay, we're gonna twist. So start by making that T first. So bringing that right arm back. Left arm is reaching forward, and then we're just gonna fold it forward here. Okay, then bring it back up to the arms out, twisting it, reaching that left arm back, right arm reaches forward, and then just go ahead and lower it down, keep that big twist, and then bring it back up. So now if you could even want to reach a little bit further over to that opposite foot, you can. Bring it back up, Then again, twist it across to that opposite foot hold. Good, bring it back up. Let's go one more time each side. So even getting that foot even closer, rotating, nice flat back, bending those knees if you need to. Bring it back up, and then we'll go to that other side. So reaching it across, reaching that other arm up. Good. Bringing it back up, and then from there, we'll just go ahead and lower those hands down. If you want to heel to walk those feet out even wider, a little more intense stretch, you can. Flatten out that back so you can stay on those fingertips. And come onto those palms and just walk those hands back. Now we're going to turn those toes out just slightly, so you might have to adjust the width of your feet. Okay, we're going to come into those side lunges. So bending into that right knee as we pull those left toes up. Flatten out that back, sink those hips down. Keeping that right heel grounded down. And then we'll come to center. We'll go over to that other side. So bending into that left knee. Again, left heel stays down. Chest is up, back is nice and flat. Let's go to center, and we'll go over to the other side. Back to center and over. Go one more time each way. Come to center. We'll go over to that right side. Center, over to that left side. Good. Bring it back to center, and then go ahead and come all the way up. Let's go ahead and step those feet. If you have a mat, to the top of the mat. Go ahead and reach those arms up and back, pressing those hips forward, kind of arching it back. Bending into that left elbow. So you're patting yourself on the back, pressing that head back into the arm, and then again, finding that side bend over to that right side. And then bring it back up. We'll switch sides. So bending into that right elbow, press that head back, rib cage tight, or abs are tight to pull that rib cage down. And then we'll find that bend over to the left side. And then bring it back up. Let's interlace those fingers behind the back, stretch it out through those shoulders. So if the shoulders are feeling a little bit tight today, maybe keep those arms and hands close to the hips and work on just squeezing the shoulder blades together, finding that opening. Little lift through the chest. If you can go even further, just bring those hands away from the hips. Go ahead and release those arms back up. We'll go one more time into the tricep stretches. So bending into that left elbow, press that head back. And side bend. So notice as we do these a couple times, you can start to feel a little release, a little bit of opening through that muscle. Maybe you can find you get a little more of a stretch, maybe a little deeper into it. And then bring it back up. Let's go ahead and switch sides onto that right elbow. Press the head back, stay tall, core tight. And then we'll bend over to your left side. And then reach those arms back up. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Open up that chest. Good. Go ahead and release those hands. Go ahead and fold it forward. Okay, plant the hands down. Maybe bend into those knees. We're going to lift that left leg up. Okay, so squaring off those hips, try and point those toes down towards the ground. Okay, lifting through the chest, through that heel. Then we're going to curl it in. So try and bring the knees side by side, crunching that left knee in. Press it back out. So flatten out that back, straighten out that leg, press to the heel, and curl it in. So you can get a little bit more rounding through the spine. And press it back out. Let's go one more time. Curl it in. Press it back out. Now big step back, lower that knee down. And inhaling those arms up overhead, rib cage down, pressing those hips forward. Now we're gonna twist. Left hand's gonna reach forward, right hand reaches back. So again, making that T with those arms. And then we'll flip that front palm. So that left arm's gonna reach up. This right hand reaches for that back hamstring. Just gaze over that shoulder. And lower the hands down. Go and step those feet back up to the top of the mat. Flatten out that back, bend into those knees, especially if you're having a hard time getting those fingers down towards the ground. We're gonna lift that right leg up and back, square those hips off. Now curl that knee into the nose. Inhale, press it back out. Exhale, curl it in. Press it back out. Last time, curl it in. Press it back out. But now lower that foot down. Okay, back knee lowers. Then inhaling those arms up overhead. Keep the abs tight. So I say that because I don't want you to arch through the back to get the hips, to press the hips forward. I want you to keep that low back safe. So keep those abs tight. Now from here, we're gonna twist. Right arm's gonna reach forward. Left hand is gonna reach back. Now we'll flip that palm, reach that right arm up as that left hand reaches for that back hamstring. And go ahead and lower those hands down, stepping those feet up to the top of the mat. Flatten out that back, and then exhale, fold. Good, inhale, excuse me, rise up. Woo, I need that recharge. Here we go. And now fold it forward again. Bend into those knees, flatten out that back. We're gonna lift that left leg up, curl that knee in, send it back out. Now here, if you want a little challenge, bring those hands to heart center, lifting those hands up off the ground. Now again, same idea. Curl that knee in, press it back out, curl it in, press it back out, and then lower that knee down, reaching those arms up, and then twist. Left hand forward, right arm reaches back. Flip it, so reaching that left arm up as that right hand reaches for that hamstring. And then lower the hands down, stepping those feet to the top of the mat, finding that flat back. And we'll lift that right leg up, square those hips off, and curl that knee in, send it back out. Now, if you want, bring those hands to heart center. Again, curl it in, press it back out, curl, and press. That big step back, lower that knee down. Arms are reaching up, and we'll twist. Right hand reaches forward, left arm reaches back, flipping that palm. Right arm reaches up, that left hand slides down. That back hamstring. And lower those hands down. Let's go ahead and step it back to a plank. Let's do a little mountain climbers, some mountain climbers to warm up. Wake yourselves up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go to the elbow, so a little bit more work through that oblique. So that's gonna be right there. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take a big breath in. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, send it back. Okay, exhale, left knee, left elbow, send it back. Now, if you need to modify, it can be done on the knees as well. Okay, so here we go. To the right, we're gonna go 10, 9, alternating 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those knees down. Let's bring it back to a child's pose. Just a couple breaths. If you want to bring those arms or the hands back by the feet, give those shoulders a little break, you can. come back up onto the hands. Step the feet back to our plank. Now this time we're gonna go across. So right knee is gonna come to the left elbow, a little bit of a twist, okay? So here we go, right. Choking, excuse me. Right knee, left elbow, here we go, 10. Switch, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just send those hips up and back. So we'll come into more of a down dog, an inverted V position. So stretching out through the calves, the ankles, a little bit more active resting posture. It's really gripping those fingers into the mat, strong through those arms. So pressing those palms into the ground and pulling those forearms towards each other. And then we'll bring it back to our plank. We got one more round. We're gonna go back to how we started. So same knee to same elbow. Here we go, to the right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower down onto those knees. Actually, we're just gonna come right onto your backs. All right, go ahead and cross that right ankle over that left V. Tee out those arms. Let's do a little twist first. So drop those knees over to the right side. That left foot just stays down on the ground. We'll just come over to that arch side of the foot. Keeping that left shoulder grounded down. Keep that core tight. And bring it back up. So then keep the ankle crossed over. Just hug that knee, and so we'll go into that hip stretch to grab onto that hamstring, or maybe you grab onto that shin. The tailbone stays down as we pull that knee in a little bit closer. Go ahead and release that foot. Let's switch sides. So just cross that left ankle over, tee out those arms, and then drop those knees over to that left side. Right arm is down, core is tight. And we'll bring that knee back up and hug that knee into the chest. So now going into that hip stretch, feeling the stretch in that left outer hip. Go ahead and release that foot down. Okay, go ahead and uncross it. So plant those feet down, bridging those hips up. So lifting the hips first, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, arms can be down down by your side, but try not to put too much weight into those hands. Now from here, really pressing into that left foot, we're just going to extend that right leg out. So you can keep that leg nice and straight. Knees can stay side by side. Trying to keep those hips level. So a lot of times that right hip kind of likes to sag down a little bit. Really press into that left heel. Lift those hips up a little higher. And now lower that right leg down and then just straighten out that left leg. So really pressing into the right heel, lifting through those hips. Keep those hips as level as you can. This is too much. Just keep both feet down and just keep lifting the hips, holding there. And the core stays tight. And lower that foot down. Let's go one more time each way. So reset. Keep pressing those hips up. Now extend that right leg out. And lower. Extending that left leg out. Good, and lower. Lifting those hips up, so scooping that tailbone up, keeping that core tight. And start to roll it down one vertebrae at a time. That tailbone is going to be the last thing that lowers. And then hugging those knees in. Just give it a little rock from side to side. Good, then go ahead and make your way up to a seat. Okay. We're going to extend those legs out. Okay. Reaching those arms up, flexing through those feet. One last little stretch through those hamstrings. So grabbing maybe onto those toes, the shins, or maybe you're all the way up by the knees. So keep the back nice and flat and just start to walk those hands forward. You can bend those knees a little bit if you need to. Keep breathing. Then bring it back up, pull that right knee into the chest as we twist. So right hand comes behind the back, left elbow just hooks around that knee, sitting up tall, and then twist looking over that shoulder. And then unwind, switch sides. So we'll pull that left knee in, right hand comes behind the back as we hug that knee, sitting tall, and then twist, just looking over that shoulder. And bring it back to center. So one more stretch. Send just the left leg out. Right foot's going to come to that inner thigh. Reach those arms up. Slight twist towards that left leg. Right hand is going to reach across that shin. Okay, so flatten out that back and then twist across as we fold. So the left hand can come either right by your side to support, or you can even reach both arms out as we fold. Okay, now bring it back up and we're going to twist. So left hand comes across that bent knee, that right knee. Keep both hips grounded down as we twist, looking over that right shoulder. And then untwist. Other side, right leg extends out, left foot comes to that inner thigh. Reach those arms up tall, twisting. And then we'll reach that right hand across that ankle, sit tall, and then fold as we find that slight twist across. Bring it back up and we'll twist. So bringing that right hand across the left knee, sitting tall. Both hip bones are grounded down as we twist, just looking over that shoulder. Good, and bring it back to center. All right. Thanks, guys. You guys are all done. Have a great rest of your day. And then again, we have an all levels, today's all levels yoga flow, 45-minute class. So if you want a little bit, kind of the same idea, but just a little bit longer session tonight, feel free to join. All right, thanks, guys.